What is up, y'all? Bo, the TheKjnTowboater, and I'm coming to you on this Friday the 13th with a ranking from last to first, or 12th place to first of all the Friday the 13th movies. And I will be including Freddy vs. Jason, since that's one of the 12, and the 2009 remake. So yes, I will be including that. And this is my ranking. You can go ahead and rank them any way you want. This is my opinion of what I believe is worst to first, or worst to best, whatever you want to call it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and put on our Jason mask and get to ranking. All right, before we get started, this is a spoiler alert for all of the movies. And I have ranked them before from S tier to F tier on my YouTube. If you search TheKjnTowboater Friday the 13th ranking, you will be able to find them. So let's get on to the ranking. Okay, my number 12 is Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Mainly because, I mean, the plot is very, very weird. The ending is weird. And it's just all over the place. And he's barely in Manhattan or New York or whatever you want to call it. Most of it was filmed in um, Vancouver. But the Times Square scene is pretty awesome. I will give him that. I love when he scares the punks listening to the radio. But other than that, I mean, this movie just, it doesn't do it for me. My number 11 is Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Too much producer interference, too much studio interference, like you want to call it, if you want to call it that. Um, Young director having no clue what he was doing with the storyline. And I mean, the storyline doesn't make sense. They added a sister that was never mentioned before, and all kind of stuff, a lore, Jason body hopping, and all kind of stuff. It just doesn't make sense. And my number 10 is Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. Frankly, there's just no Jason. I don't count Dream Jason. By itself, if it was not a Friday the 13th movie, it'd be a good movie. But other than that, the director basically was trying to film a porno, it seems. And it was just weird to me. It was one I've always found that I was not fond of. Number 9, Freddy vs. Jason. Overall, this was a good movie, just not my favorite. I didn't like the look of Jason. Um, I like the storyline of him being used to resurrect Freddy, to where Freddy could start using his powers again. But I mean, it's just the way it ended, and they left it open, and no sequel was done. I just can't put it any higher than a 9. My number 8 is Jason X. They jumped the shark when they brought him to space. Now, it does have one of my favorite kills with the liquid nitrogen face smash. And if it was released in '99, I think it would have been a better movie. But because it was released years later after it was done filming and the special effects were kind of way outdated after that, even in that little bit of a span, it it kind of lacked for me. But the Uber Jason was pretty awesome whenever they did show him. My number 7 is the Friday the 13th remake. This was the first Friday the 13th, only Friday the 13th I've seen in theaters so far. But I do like what they did with Jason. I do like the storyline, but some of the characters, especially Trent, I did not like. Not all teens are douchebags like that. And I mean, if they were teens, but some of the kills were pretty good too. But other Friday movies are better than this one to me. My number 6 is Friday the 13th Part 2. This was the first introduction of Jason. It was Sackhead Jason. Not the best look that I like for him. The final girl is one of the best final girls we got, Jenny. The kills are good, but this just isn't my favorite Friday the 13th movie. My number 5 is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. I do like this movie. The storyline, besides the love story between Tommy and Megan. CJ Graham, if you ever met him, he plays Jason. He is an awesome guy. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to meet him, definitely do it. But this movie, The Kills, I wish we would have been able to see more of it, but the MPAA gutted that all to hell. Other than that, this is one of my favorites, just not my most favorite. My number four is Friday the 13th, the original. I do like how this started and how it kept the killer secret, like identity secret till the end. It was good. The special effects, Tom Savini is just great. But yeah, this is my number four. I like other Friday movies above this one. My number three is Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. This was supposed to be the end of Jason. They were getting tired of making Friday the 13th movies. But it made a lot of money. But Corey Feldman in here is just great. The kills in here, awesome. Crispin Glover's dance moves, just great as well. Uh, I wish we would have got to see more of some of these characters. I did not like the Rick character with him yelling, "He's killing me, he's killing me." That was just weird. But this is one of my top three Friday movies. Here's my number two. It's Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. This one's controversial to a lot of people because it's one of their least favorite. But it's one of my favorites. One, we get Kane Hodder's first run as Jason, and him and the director knew what they were doing when it came to a horror monster. They wanted every scar, everything just on Jason to show that look, like he was a decaying zombie, which was awesome. It's one of the things I love. Yeah, the storyline's a little off with the whole Jason versus Carrie kind of thing, but I do like some of the characters' deaths and the special effects on this one, even though they weren't Tom Savini. They were still good, and the look of Jason has by far been the best look that we've had. And my number one is Friday the 13th, Part 3. This is where we get Hockey Mask Jason, and his look was just pretty good. I'm glad they got rid of the hillbilly look. The final girl wasn't that great. The kills were pretty good when they weren't trying to use the 3D effect. The 3D effect can kind of get in the way. Um, but I do like the characters. Shelly can get a little aggravating, but we all have a friend that's like that. Hell, we might even be the friends that's like that. But the kills, like I said, the kills were good, and I like how this is where we get Jason as he ends up being for the rest of the movie is just a hockey mask wearing nonstop killing machine. This was my ranking Friday the 13th movies from 12th place to first place. Let me know down in the comments what your ranking is. Also, let me know what you think of my ranking. And as always, thank y'all for watching.